Om Shanti, very good morning. So we have been revising the Murli from 1993, and so far on Saturday we heard about how Yad and Seva, remembrance and service, is the foundation of Brahmin life. Brahmin Jivan ka Aadhar, Yad or Seva, and Baba was emphasizing how an equilibrium, a balance in both has to be maintained to be able to be successful, to be able to attain success in Brahman life. And Baba was emphasizing that it is the foundation for your Brahmins. So both have to be equally powerful. Neither can one be less, nor can the other be more. So because we have to make our foundation very strong, and we have been successful for every kalp. So in this kalp and the ones to come, we will be successful again. So that was what Baba was addressing to group number 1. And Baba was also talking about when you are destined to be successful, Vijay, you have to have faith in your intellect. Nishchay buddhi ki nishani hai Vijay Nishchit. So if I have faith in the intellect, I have faith in Baba, I have faith in the drama, I am bound to be successful. It's like a tilak on my forehead, right? I am a star of success, and so will I be for every kalp, because I'm a Brahmin child, so I'm a special soul. And in group number 2, Baba is addressing a group where Baba says the essence of Baba's address to this group is सर्व द्वारा मान प्राप्त करने के लिए निर्माण बनो. So this is very similar to when Baba says nyare or pyare. It's one and the same, but it's slightly different words used here. So today we're trying to cover group number 2 through 5. We'll see how much can we finish in the given time, and also have scope for discussion, because that is also a very important part of this session, right? So I'll try to go slightly faster in the reading so we can have a very good conversation at the end. सर्व द्वारा मान प्राप्त करने के लिए निर्माण बनो. I will try to translate in between as much as possible, but while reading I'll try to go slightly faster. सभी अपने को सदा कोटों में कोई और कोई में कोई श्रेष्ठ आत्मा अनुभव करते हो कि कोटों में कोई जो गाया हुआ है वो और कोई है या आप ही हो, तो कितना एक एक आत्मा का महत्व है, अर्थात आत्मा महान है. तो जो जितना महान होता है, महानता की निशानी जितना महान उतना निर्माण, क्योंकि सदा भरपूर भरपूर आत्मा है ना. जैसे वृक्ष के लिए कहते हैं ना, जितना भरपूर होगा उतना झुका हुआ होगा. So a tree, the more a tree is laden with fruits, the more a tree is fulfilled, the more it's bent towards the earth. जितना भरपूर होगा उतना झुका हुआ होगा. So when you are a great soul, the sign and the nishani, the one of the characteristics of a great soul would be that they will be very, very humble, they will be very polite, they will be very down to earth. Obviously, जैसे वृक्ष का झुकना सेवा करता है, अगर झुका हुआ नहीं होगा तो सेवा नहीं करेगा. तो एक तरफ महानता है और दूसरी तरफ निर्माणता है. So on one hand you have to be a great soul, you are a great soul, but at the other hand you also have to be nirman, egoless, the one who does not desire any name, fame. So it's the same as Baba says nyare and pyare. I'm also detached, and at the same time I am also very lovable and I am very loving. और जो निर्माण रहता है वो सर्व द्वारा मान पाता है, because when I am detached I automatically draw everyone's respect and love. स्वयं निर्माण बनेंगे तो दूसरे मान देंगे. जो अभिमान में रहता है उसे कोई मान नहीं देगा. If you are an ego, no one is going to respect you. It's obvious, right? उससे दूर भागेंगे. तो महान और निर्माण है या नहीं है, उसकी निशानी है कि निर्माण सबको सुख देगा. The one who is polite, the one who is egoless, is the one who will be capable of sharing joy and happiness with everyone. जहां भी जाएगा, जो भी करेगा, वो सुखदायी होगा. इससे चेक करो कि कितने महान बने हैं. So let me take this as my homework for today and even otherwise to check if I am coming into interaction with others or even if I am not. But this subtle checking I can always do how grounded I am, because if I am grounded, if I am egoless, automatically I will be fulfilled with all the virtues and values. It's interconnected. The more you are full of virtues and values, the more you will be egoless. And the more you are egoless, the more you will be able to imbibe the goodness. जो भी संबंध संपर्क में आए, सुख की अनुभूति करे. ऐसे है या कभी दुख भी मिल जाता है. निर्माणता. Now again, Baba is emphasizing on a very important aspect here that most of our seniors and especially Gulsar Dadiji, she would uh, address this thing that we do not subconsciously or consciously at the gross level or even at a subtle level imbibe sorrow or take sorrow, give sorrow. We do not really give sorrow. We can't even think of doing that in our dreams to anyone. But we need to check if I am imbibing sorrows or receiving or taking sorrow from the outside. निर्माण तक कम तो सुख भी सदा नहीं दे सकेंगे. तो सदा सुख देते, सुख लेते या कभी दुख देते लेते. चलो देते नहीं, लेकिन ले भी लेते हो. थोड़ा फील होता तो ले लिया ना. अगर कोई भी बात किसी की फील हो जाती तो उसको कहेंगे दुख लेना. लेकिन कोई दे और आप नहीं लो, ये तो आपके ऊपर है ना. Such a direct and very clear line. जिसके पास होगा ही दुख, वो क्या देगा? दुख ही देगा. लेकिन आपका काम है सुख लेना और सुख देना. This line, लेकिन आपका काम है सुख लेना और सुख देना, is a very very powerful line. Very powerful. It has a lot of deep meaning, and if I can sit for hours, I can churn on this. In my personal interaction with other souls, I have to come into interaction with people, okay? Whether it's not in person, but even otherwise, even with in the level of thoughts. If I am at a very subtle level, taking or giving sorrow, that goes into my negative karmic accounts. And then again, I'll need to settle those accounts, which will again make things very complicated. So even if someone is trying to give me sorrow or hurt or pain, my job is to not take it. But even in that scenario, find how can I take and give joy and bliss and blessings. That is where the challenge lies. ऐसे नहीं कि कोई दुख दे रहा है तो कहेंगे मैं क्या करूं, मैंने नहीं दिया, उसने दिया. आपने तो अपने को चेक करना है, क्या लेना है, क्या नहीं लेना है. लेने में भी होशियारी चाहिए ना. इसलिए ब्राह्मण आत्माओं का गायन है, सुख सागर के बच्चे, सुख स्वरूप सुख देता है ना. तो सुख स्वरूप सुख देवा आत्माएं हो, दुख की दुनिया छोड़ दी, किनारा कर लिया, या अभी एक पांव सुख दुख धाम में और एक पांव संगम पर है. ऐसे तो नहीं कि थोड़ा थोड़ा वहां बुद्धि रह गई, पाव नहीं है लेकिन थोड़ी उंगली रह गई. द एग्जाम्पल्स दैट बाबा गिव्स. हाँ, जब दुख धाम कुछ छोड़ चले तो न दुख लेना है न देना है. अच्छा, ये वैरायटी ग्रुप है, बिकॉज there are some Indians and some double foreigners in this group that Baba is addressing in front of Baba at this moment. कहाँ के भी हो, लेकिन न Baba is addressing a completely different point here. Very interesting point. कहाँ के भी हो लेकिन एक के हो, एक के हैं और एक है. सब एक है क्या? ब्राह्मण आत्माएं हैं, ये तो सेवा के लिए भिन्न भिन्न स्थान पर बैठे हो ना, लेकिन याद क्या रहता है, हम एक के हैं और सब ब्राह्मण आत्माएं हैं। इतनी खुशी रहती है जब ब्राह्मण आपस में मिलते हैं, तो कितनी खुशी होती है। और खुशी भी अविनाशी खुशी, इट्स नॉट अ टेम्पररी हैप्पीनेस व्हेन ब्राह्मण्स गेट टुगेदर, इट्स एन इम्पेरिशेबल हैप्पीनेस। क्योंकि अपना खजाना है ना, तो अपना खजाना साथ रखेंगे या अलग कर देंगे, तो सभी उड़ते चलो और उड़ाते चलो। अभी उड़ना है, चलना नहीं है। वर्तमान व भविष्य में कभी मूंझते तो नहीं हो, लेकिन स्वस्थिति के आगे परिस्थिति कुछ भी नहीं। कितना भी बड़ा पहाड़ हो, लेकिन आप ऊंचे हो तो पहाड़ छोटा ही लगेगा ना। Many times in for double foreigners in their countries, they have to confront different kinds of circumstances in different situations, completely irrelevant to what is happening here in India, that we have no idea about. So when they are in front of Baba and Baba is looking at them, if Baba is giving drishti, Baba knows where they are coming from and what have they been through. And that is why Baba says that even if there is some circumstances, because you are bigger than the circumstance, so the circumstance will be very, very minuscule in front of you and your sthiti. What is the state of your mind? तो जब कोई बड़ी परिस्थिति लगे तो उड़ती कला में चले जाओ, फिर परिस्थिति खिलौना लगेगी। क्या भी हो, कैसे भी हो, लेकिन उड़ती कला के आगे कुछ नहीं है। Now Baba is addressing group number 3 and the essence of what Baba says to them is माया जीत बनने के लिए मास्टर सर्वशक्तिमान की पोजीशन स्मृति में रखो। If you want to conquer Maya, always remember your designation, the title that Baba has given you, which is Master Sarva Shaktiman. अपने को कमल पुष्प समान न्यारा और प्यारा समझते हो, सदा न्यारे और बाप के प्यारे अनुभव करते हो, व कभी कभी करते हो। अगर किसी भी प्रकार की माया की परछाई भी पड़ गई तो कमल पुष्प कहेंगे। तो माया आती है या सभी माया जीत हो, क्योंकि सदा अपने को मास्टर सर्वशक्तिमान आत्मा समझते हो, तो मास्टर सर्वशक्तिमान के आगे माया आ नहीं सकती। माया चींटी है या शेर है? बाबा वांट्स टू एंटरटेन द ग्रुप। तो चींटी पर विजय प्राप्त करना बड़ी बात है क्या? जब अपनी स्मृति की ऊंची स्टेज पर होते हो तो माया चींटी को जितना सहज लगता है, तो माया चींटी को जितना सहज लगता है, और जब कमजोर होते हो तो चींटी भी शेर माफिक लगती है। When my stage is powerful, I will consider Maya to just be an ant. But when my stage is weak, I will think that Maya is suddenly become big in front of me. तो सदा अमृत वेले इस स्मृति को इमर्ज करो कि मैं मास्टर सर्वशक्तिमान हूँ। If you catch up with some of Suraj Bhai Ji's classes, Suraj Bhai Ji is an expert at giving drills specifically on this one. मैं मास्टर सर्वशक्तिमान हूँ। तो अमृत वेले की स्मृति सारा दिन सहयोग देती रहेगी। Yeah, many souls have shared this experience that if their Amrit Vela is powerful, the rest of the day also remains as powerful. जैसे स्थूल पोजीशन वाले अपनी पोजीशन को भूलते नहीं। आजकल का प्राइम मिनिस्टर अपने को भूल जाएगा क्या कि मैं प्राइम मिनिस्टर हूँ? आपका पोजीशन है मैं मास्टर सर्वशक्तिमान, तो भूल नहीं सकते, लेकिन भूल जाते हो। इसलिए रोज अमृत वेले इस स्मृति को इमर्ज करने से निरंतर याद हो जाएगी। माताओं को नशा रहता है कि जो दुनिया ढूंढ रही है वो हमें प्राप्त है। दुनिया वालों ने ठुकराया, लेकिन बाप ने हमें आगे किया। अब बाबा के सामने जो ग्रुप है, 3 भाषा वाले बैठे हैं, because there are double foreigners and there must be some Indians also. So they basically belong to 3 main categories of their first language. Now this is something very interesting. बस ये वैरायटी भाषाओं का थोड़ा सा समय है, फिर एक भाषा हो जाएगी। See how Baba is addressing them. It's just a few more years that you have been divided based on your language, your the place from where you come, your community, etc. But in a while, in a short while, Baba is saying that there will be an age where there will be oneness all throughout. कौन सी भाषा होगी? So someone said Hindi होगी. हाँ, they're just making guesses, right? तो आपको सीखनी पड़ेगी ना. Maybe those people with those souls in front of Baba, their first language is not Hindi, probably. अभी देखो स्थूल पढ़ाई भी हो रही है, रूहानी पढ़ाई भी हो रही है, हिंदी भी सीख रहे हो ना. Those from India who do not, who are not able to follow Hindi, whose first language is not Hindi, when they come to Baba, the interesting thing is that they make effort to learn Hindi, not just in speaking and listening and understanding, but also with regards to reading it, because they want to read Baba's Murli in Hindi, the first feel, the first language. And obviously, those who are coming from outside of India, from different castes, different countries, different cultures, when they adopt Brahmin culture, they are very keen on learning Hindi and adopting the culture of India, or at least getting themselves acquainted with it, so that when Baba speaks in Hindi, okay, when they come to Madhuban and they come into a place of Hindi as a first language, they feel slightly alienated. But when they come to this culture, they come to into introduction, the orientation of this culture, they want to feel connected with it, so they make a lot of effort to study it and to understand it, and to the extent to even read it. Surprisingly, I have seen many double foreigners speaking Hindi very fluently, and also being able to read Murli in Hindi just the way we are reading right now. Very interesting. अच्छा है, लगन स्नेह अच्छा है. Why they do this? Because of their love for Baba. कितना स्नेह है, सागर भी इसके आगे कुछ नहीं है. जितना जो स्नेह में रहता है, उतना ही बाप द्वारा पदम गुणा स्नेह प्राप्त हुआ अनुभव करता है. जितना जो स्नेह में रहता है, उतना ही बाप द्वारा पदम गुणा स्नेह प्राप्त हुआ अनुभव करता है. Now this reminds me of a very beautiful example of Lord Krishna, where it was not possible for him to be with every gopi, but he created a hallucination in such a way that each one of them felt that Lord Krishna is with me, because they had that kind of love and attachment towards Krishna. So anubhav karta hai. They experience that Krishna is with me at this point of time. Each one of them. Sabhi umang utsaah mein ho na. Kya se kya ban gaye. Now, Baba is addressing group number 4, and the essence is हिम्मत और उमंग उत्साह के आधार पर उड़ती कला का अनुभव करो. Experience being in a flying stage on the basis of courage and zeal and enthusiasm. सदा उड़ती कला के लिए विशेष क्या स्मृति आवश्यक है? कभी भी नीचे नहीं आए, सदा ऊपर रहे. इसके लिए क्या आवश्यक है? उड़ने के लिए पंख चाहिए ना. तो उड़ती कला के 2 पंख कौन से हैं? ज्ञान और योग. बच्चों ने आंसर दिया ज्ञान और योग. ज्ञान और योग तो है, साथ में हिम्मत और उमंग उत्साह. The actual wings that are required to be in the flying stage are zeal and enthusiasm and courage, of course. And I'm sure each one of us must have experienced this at some point of time. अगर हिम्मत है तो हिम्मत से जो चाहे जैसे चाहे कर सकते हो. इसलिए गाया हुआ भी है हिम्मते बच्चे मददे बाप. तो हिम्मत और उमंग उत्साह रहता है, क्योंकि किसी भी कार्य में सफलता प्राप्त करने के लिए उमंग उत्साह बहुत जरूरी है. अगर उमंग उत्साह नहीं होगा तो कार्य में सफल नहीं हो सकेंगे, क्योंकि जहां उमंग उत्साह नहीं होगा वहां थकावट बहुत ज्यादा होगी, और थका हुआ सफल कैसे हो सकता है? तो हिम्मत और उमंग उत्साह इसी आधार पर सदा उड़ती कला का अनुभव कर सकते हो. वर्तमान समय के अनुसार उड़ती कला के सिवाय मंजिल पर पहुंच नहीं सकते, क्योंकि पुरुषार्थ है एक जन्म का और प्राप्ति 21 जन्म के लिए नहीं, सारे कल्प की प्राप्ति है। द्वापर के बाद भी पूज्य तो बनते हो ना, एक जन्म की मेहनत और अनेक जन्मों की प्राप्ति। तो कितना तीव्र गति से पुरुषार्थ करते हो, ऐसे तीव्र पुरुषार्थी हो या पुरुषार्थी हो? Are you an ordinary effort maker or are you a special effort maker with a speed to your efforts? जब समय की पहचान स्मृति में रहती है तो तीव्र पुरुषार्थ के बिना रह नहीं सकते। Such a relevant point, such a powerful point. जब समय की पहचान स्मृति में रहती है तो तीव्र पुरुषार्थ के बिना रह नहीं सकते। समय का महत्व सदा याद रखो। ऐसे कभी सोचा था एक जन्म में अनेक जन्म सुधर जाएंगे, सफल हो जाएंगे? सोचा नहीं था, लेकिन अनुभव कर लिया ना। अभी क्या विशेष करेंगे? प्रदर्शनी और मेला करेंगे? मेला तो कॉमन हो गया है, नया क्या करेंगे? जो किया, जितना किया अच्छा किया, लेकिन अभी कोई पावरफुल माइक निकालो। Now Baba is explaining what exactly is the meaning of mic, and at some point of time Baba makes a very light and funny connection comparison with mic. Let's see. क्योंकि अभी थोड़े समय में तैयारी ज्यादा करनी है। Well, this is what Baba was trying to alert in the year 1993. तो माइक चाहिए ना, जो आपकी तरफ से एक अनेकों को संदेश दे। इन्फ्लुएंसर, in Baba's words mic, in our words influencer. आप कब तक अपना परिचय देते रहोगे कि हम कौन है, किसके हैं, कहाँ से आए, हम क्या करते हैं? आप अपना परिचय कब तक देते रहोगे? अभी दूसरे आपका परिचय दें। माताएं, ऐसी माताएं कालो, माताएं जिनकी आवाज बुलंद हो सकती है। माइक का अर्थ है जिसका आवाज बुलंद हो, मेहनत कम और फल ज्यादा निकालो। सदा इसे स्मृति में रहो कि हम बाप के राइट हैंड अर्थात सदा हर कार्य में सहयोगी आत्माएं हैं। So Baba is expressing confidence on mothers that they can be so influential that they can influence others to come to Baba and take their varsa. Wow, it's so empowering for mothers, huh? Baba is expecting mothers to be so influential and so impactful. तो राइट हैंड तो कमाल करेगा ना। अच्छा, कुमारियां भी आई हुई हैं, कुमारियां कमाल का प्लान बना रही हो, अपने को छोटा समझती हो? क्या कमाल करेंगी? सबसे बड़े से बड़े को ऐसे समझो कि वो छोटा हो जाए, आप बड़ी हो जाओ। वाओ, दिस इज सो इंटॉक्सिकेटिंग। अच्छा है कुमारियों की जीवन श्रेष्ठ हो गई, अपने को भाग्यवान समझती हो ना। By the way, I just wanted to share that from 5th June onwards, this coming weekend, 5th, 6th and 7th June, there is a Bhatti for Kumaris with a very interesting panel, some senior sisters from abroad and most of the senior sisters from India as well. So I'll get the details and ask someone to share in the group so we can, all the sisters, all the Kumaris, all the uh, all the sisters can be a part of it and take benefit. It's happening for the first time. I mean, obviously virtual one is happening for the first time, and yeah, it's going to be very interesting. So the fifth group essence of what Baba is addressing them is विशेष पाठधारी अर्थात हर कदम हर सेकंड सदा अलर्ट अलबेले नहीं. Now, Baba has given a very interesting definition of what is albel actually. It's not simply laziness, but it's, let's see what Baba is saying. Vishesh पाठधारी अर्थात हर कदम हर सेकंड सदा alert. If you have to become a special soul, the one who has a special role in this drama, you have to be alert at every step and every second and not lazy, as in not let your guard down. What does that mean? सदा अपने को चलते फिरते खाते पीते बेहद वर्ल्ड ड्रामा की स्टेज पर सदा विशेष पाठधारी अनुभव करते हो. जो विशेष पाठधारी होता है उसको सदा हर समय अपना कर्म अर्थात पाठ के ऊपर अटेंशन रहता है. Now this reminds me of the souls who are serving in the intelligence, in the army, in the navy, in the military. They have to be alert at every second. Even in their sleep, they have to remain alert, because for even a fraction of a second, if they let their guard down, it can cost. क्योंकि सारे ड्रामा का आधार हीरो पार्टधारी होता है, तो इस सारे ड्रामा का आधार आप हो ना. तो विशेष आत्माओं को वह विशेष पाठधारियों को सदा इतना ही अटेंशन रहता है. सो यू आर ए स्पेशल सोल and a special role player. Do you have this attention towards yourself always? Baba Levi likes to use this word sada, always, constant, consistency. विशेष पाठधारी कभी भी अलबेले नहीं होते, अलर्ट होते हैं. तो कभी अलबेलापन नहीं आ सकता. तो कभी अलबेलापन तो नहीं आता. कर तो रहे हैं, पहुंच जाएंगे, ऐसे नहीं सोचते हो ना. कर रहे हैं लेकिन किस गति से कर रहे हैं. चल रहे हैं लेकिन किस गति से चल रहे हैं. गति में तो अंतर होता है ना. कहाँ पैदल चलने वाला, कहाँ प्लेन में चलने वाला. ओ, are you a pedestrian or are you the one who is constantly flying in the flight, in the plane? कहने में तो आएगा कि पैदल वाला भी चल रहा है, प्लेन वाला भी चल रहा है, लेकिन फर्क है ना. वेल, अ मेजर डिफरेंस. लिटरली जमीन और आसमान का अंतर है. तो सिर्फ चल रहे हैं, ब्रह्म कुमार बन गए माना चल रहे हैं, लेकिन किस गति से. तीव्र गति वाले हो, तीव्र गति वाला ही समय पर मंजिल पर पहुंचेगा, नहीं तो पीछे रह जाएगा. यहाँ भी प्राप्ति तो होती है, लेकिन सूर्यवंशी की होती है, चंद्रवंशी की होती, लेकिन सूर्यवंशी की होती है या चंद्रवंशी की होती है. Am I from the sun dynasty or am I from the moon dynasty? That is what I have to decide based on the kind of effort that I will make here as a Brahmin. अंतर तो होता है ना. तो सूर्यवंशी में आने के लिए हर संकल्प, हर बोल से साधारणता समाप्त हो जाए. If you want to be a part of the sun dynasty, then you have to finish ordinary from every thought and every word. No trace of ordinary. Actually, when Baba says alert and albele nahi, what Baba means is not just laziness, but also procrastination. Because procrastination these days, especially in the given circumstances, has become a different kind of problem for most of the people. And it has become almost like an addiction, like a disease. I'm speaking from personal experience and from what I've been hearing from people. And it is really bothering them. They know that they are procrastinating, they know that they are being lazy, but they are putting the blame on the circumstances. But at the same time, they are also blaming themselves. I have become lazy, I have become a procrastinator. And this has been addressed by health experts. If this continues, then it's going to become another major problem in front of people. Procrastination. Sometimes it can cost very, very dear. That's why Baba is alerting the Brahmin children to not procrastinate, be alert. अगर कोई हीरो एक्टर साधारण एक्ट करे तो सब उस पर हंसेंगे ना. तो ये सदा स्मृति रहे कि मैं विशेष पाठधारी हूँ. इसीलिए हर कर्म विशेष हो, हर कदम विशेष हो, हर सेकंड, हर समय, हर संकल्प श्रेष्ठ हो. ऐसे नहीं कि ये तो 5 मिनट साधारण हुआ, 5 मिनट नहीं है. संगम युग के 5 मिनट बहुत महत्व वाले हैं. 5 मिनट 5 साल से भी ज्यादा हैं. इसीलिए इतना अटेंशन रहे. Close your eyes for a second and see Bap Dada sitting in front of you and telling you this. संगम के 5 मिनट बहुत महत्व वाले हैं. 5 मिनट 5 साल से भी ज्यादा है. इसीलिए इतना अटेंशन रहे. इसको कहते हैं तीव्र पुरुषार्थ. तीव्र पुरुषार्थियों का स्लोगन कौन सा है? अब नहीं तो कब भी. तो ये सदा याद रहता है, क्योंकि सदा का राज्य भाग्य प्राप्त करना चाहते हो तो अटेंशन भी सदा होना चाहिए. दिस इज गिविंग मी गूज बम्प्स. अब थोड़ा समय सदा का अटेंशन बहुत काल सदा की प्राप्ति कराने वाला है. What we are doing at this present moment is going to have a big impact. तो हर समय ये स्मृति रहे कि और चेकिंग हो कि चलते चलते कभी साधारणता तो नहीं आ जाती है. जैसे बाप को परम आत्मा कहा जाता है तो परम है ना, सुप्रीम. तो जैसे बाप वैसे बच्चे भी हर बात में परम यानी कि श्रेष्ठ. Never to come down even one level from my stage. Baba is always raising the benchmark. Always. तो अभी स्वयं का पुरुषार्थ भी तीव्र और सेवा में भी कम समय, कम मेहनत और सफलता ज्यादा. I remember at one point, Ramesh Bhaiji was sitting in front of Baba, and uh, probably there was some discussion going on about the kind of service in the field of service and the kind of Purusharth in the field of Purusharth in confluence age. So Baba was saying that all these things that you have been doing so far is good. But now what is new? Baba kept on asking. Ramesh Bhaiji kept on answering. But again, Baba was prodding him and kept on challenging. At one point, Ramesh Bhaiji could not say anything because whatever Bhaiji was sharing and whatever Baba was talking, it was very evident that Baba is raising the benchmark, because Baba does not want the children to continue to do the same things. We may have had success in everything that we have done so far, in Seva, in Gyan, in Yoga, in Purusharth, but Baba always raises the benchmark, because Baba wants Baba's children to always be on the top notch and never to come down from there, because when people, the world look at us, they will always have to raise their heads to look at us and never look at us at that level, because we are God's special children. So Baba was saying that now you have been making a lot of efforts for Seva Purusharth, but now be smart, and because it saves a lot of time. So be smart enough and invent techniques and methods where you get success with minimum in economy. Economy of money, economy of effort, economy of sankalp, economy of your energy, so that what you save can be utilized for something else. एक अन्य को जितना काम करे, तो ऐसा प्लान बनाओ. पंजाब है तो बहुत पुराना. So maybe in the 5th group, some souls from Punjab may have been meeting Bap Dada. सेवा के आदि से हो तो आदि स्थान वाले कोई आदि रतन निकालो. Wow. There have been a lot of आदि रतन्स from Punjab. वैसे भी पंजाब को शेर कहते हैं ना, तो शेर गजगोर करता है ना, ग्राउल्स. तो गजगोर अर्थात बुलंद आवाज करो. अब देखेंगे क्या करते हैं और कौन करते हैं. So that is the end of group number 5 and the end of this particular Murli. Let us close our eyes for a minute. And so at the end, Baba is saying that Sada Smriti rahe ki main vishesh पाठधारी हूँ. हर कदम विशेष हो, हर सेकंड, हर समय, हर संकल्प श्रेष्ठ हो, उसको कहते हैं तीव्र पुरुषार्थी. तीव्र पुरुषार्थियों का स्लोगन है अब नहीं तो कब नहीं. So this is the essence of what we have been reading so far. Let's take a few moments of silence, close our eyes, and recollect what Baba has been saying. Om Shanti. Does anyone want to share what are some of the key takeaways for today's Purusharth?
Om
Very
Shanti. Am I
Yes.
audible?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Now today, my takeaway point from the Murli is, would like to be very courageous and have zeal and enthusiasm to be as the wings of the to be in the flying stage. Om Shanti. And one more thing, in group 5, you were reading that you have to be always, there should be a constant and consistency everywhere, always. Like, and then Baba says, Tivra Purusharthi bhi bano. So I just need some clarification. Constant speed also and Tivra Purusharthi, does both go hand in hand?
Tibra Purusharth is translated into English as an effort maker. Purusharthi is effort maker. But Tibra means with an intensity of speed. So Tibra Purusharthi translated into English is an intense effort maker.
Okay.
So from being an ordinary effort maker, Baba is elevating us to be an intense effort maker and not just be in a very stagnant stage.
Om Shanti, very good morning. Beautiful vibrations of alertness and accuracy while reading Murli. So procrastination and laziness, it's all vanishes. You were circulating that wonderful energy. I always feel sweet 16 energy I get from you whenever you read. Whosoever you are, so very nice from salutations from Baba and so much to share, what to share. One thing is don't take sorrow. In the Brahma Kumaris 21 years back, 22 years back when I was in Madhuban, so I read it, and that time Prakashmani Dadi was there, and luckily Dadi Janki Ma was also there. So whatever, I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't believe it. How not giving, it's perfectly fine. But in relevance today's scenario and yesterday's Murli, Baba keep on churning, and let churning become that particular refined blood who sustains you well. So what I felt about it, don't take sorrow means, if I stop taking sorrow, how I'm contributing to this universe. I am, whatever, whosoever is trying to give me sorrow, first of all, they are not giving me sorrow. For example, someone says to me something very bad, and what I do, if I put full stop by situating myself as a dot, and being connection with Baba dot, I put full stop to the drama. What it does, how I'm helping not to take sorrow is, I'm not taking those energies. I have to show compassion. If I keep sharing this, whosoever hurt me, look, I'll share it with my friends, with my
Yeah,
parents, with my. So I'm multiplying it in the universe. Such a
absolutely.
disgrace I become. So I have to really think about it. I can't afford to take sorrow means I have to just then and then stop it. And
Yes,
two more things to share. Renuka is there in this group. Last 5 to 6, 7 years, I'm trying to translate things for her in Hindi, and she's such an ardent learn, and she wants to learn Hindi. She wants to read Murli. Whatever Baba said, it was just for her. And one more small thing I want to share. In Europe, one very dear family, now they're in 40 years of Gyan, they were he was visiting Madhuban. He came to know, doctor said when he was sitting in plane, Papa, Mama collapsed, and doctor says she won't survive. And he was going to Madhuban for 1 month with, so much of difficulty. He planned to further move upon, and he was in Madhuban. And whenever Baba was feeding him, he was feeding to his wife who was on death, and she was completely, perfectly fine because unflinching faith in Baba that
mm,
did everything so beautiful. So Om Shanti, no procrastination, zeal and enthusiasm, and keep enjoying every moment of Sangam. Keep circulating love. Om Shanti.
I like how you interpreted all of that and how you analyzed everything. Uh, yeah, it was a very beautifully analyzed point about procrastination and rest of the things. And I can remember a nice example from what you said, that stopping the spread of taking sorrow is so similar to stopping the spread of the disease, right? Either I stop coming in contact with people, that will stop the spread physically, but emotional level, if someone is in having an emotional outburst in front of me, if I also get along with their energy, what is the point? How am I different? I do not have to be insensitive, means I do not have to ignore them or push them away, because that is not what's required from me at that point of time. Compassion does not mean that I come into their zone of energy. If they are angry, if they are sad, if they are hurting, I know it's not from a personal space, but from an individual space of what they are going through at that point of time. If someone is shouting at me, at that time, it's very easy to get along with the flow. But the challenge is to keep myself separate and not get inside their zone of energy. And just the way you said, not taking that energy from them, that negative energy, it could be anything. That is how I can stop. It's just very contagious, just like this disease. It's very contagious. So it's in my control whether I stop that spread at when it comes to me, or whether I keep passing it around, like you were mentioning. Sister
Om
Sujata,
Shanti.
Haji.
Yeah, Om Shanti. One another sentence to add upon. How we can be detached from this? If I'm standing on the first floor and watching one accident, people crying, screaming, and so much of pain around. So what becomes? I'm more emotional. I'm more affected. But if I'm standing on the 25th of floor and I'm seeing the same pain and same everything, means I'm on the highest pedestal,
Mhm.
as competent, as energetic, as elevated as Baba is. So I'm seeing everything but detached, and I'm becoming solution sarup. I'm giving the good wishes. The first thing is there, I can't afford to suffer. So
Mhm.
thing is, if I detach from it, one example I'll narrate, although we are short of running time, but it's very relevant. One of my maid, she said something bad. It's around 12 years back. We were in army, and direct I listened to Sister Shivani. She was just sitting next to me, and I had taken one very senior officer's wife to, attend that. What she said, ki no one can make you feel suffer, even if someone is saying something bad, it's not his or her problem. You are taking sorrow means you are thinking, munching and churning so much on it and sharing, that makes adverse, that makes it so bad, for yourself, for everyone. So second time monitoring, third time monitoring, yes, I can't afford to think what people say. It's their perspective, it's their way of bringing up. I can't afford. I'm beautiful in my own beauty. Om Shanti.
Correct. Anyone else wants to share something? Any of the brothers, any of the sisters? What else could be a takeaway for today?
Om Shanti,
Sister?
beautifully explained, sister. And the point which I would be taking today is Sada Smriti Mein Rahe. I felt it's a very powerful point, and this is something which I need to practice more and more. So, thank you.
Anyone else?
I would like to add on to this point, that is Sada Smriti mein rahe ki I'm very humble, very polite and egoless.
And also, I am a master Sarva Shaktiman.
Yes, yeah. उड़ते चलो, उड़ाते चलो.
So I think when I start my day at Amrit Vela, that is where Baba has given me the homework that right from that point on to the entire day, whenever you sit for yoga, whenever you sit for meditation, may master Sarva Shakti, immerse that into your consciousness. Yes, Hansaben?
Om Shanti, good morning all. In today's Murli, when Baba is saying, we all are variety bachas, but one thing is very much common. We have one Baba, common Baba. Baba says, yeah, I love this line. Common father we have. And Baba says, एक है और एक के है. Yes, there is difference in our opinion, our views, everything. There's lot of variety things are there, but we are from one family. And it belongs to that one family. Okay, Om Shanti.
And this variety, this differentiation is temporary. In a few years, will all be very consistent and same. Ekta, oneness. Anyone else would like to say something?
बाबा सेज, जब समय की पहचान स्मृति में रहती है तो तीव्र पुरुषार्थ के बिना रह नहीं सकते.
Yes. What do you think that means? Can you explain it?
Like we have to have the awareness of time.
Mm-hmm.
When you keep this economy word in your mind, I mean, I don't know how to elaborate.
What is your interpretation? जब समय की गति को ध्यान में रखेंगे, if I am aware and conscious of the present time, तीव्र पुरुषार्थ के बिना रह नहीं सकते.
That means Baba keeps telling, no, समय बहुत कम है, समय बहुत कम है. So ये पुरुषार्थ ज्यादा करना, पर पुरुषार्थ तीव्र गति से ज्यादा करना है.
I think what Baba means is that if I am constantly looking at the clock and I know that at a certain time I have to leave my house, So if I'm aware and conscious of how much time is left between what it is now and the time I have to leave, accordingly, the speed of my actions will increase automatically, right? I will not be working at a slow space. I will not be working at a procrastinating space, or I will not be lazy. I will be alert. I think that is what it means. So if I translate this analogy into what is my stage at this point of time, and the perfection that Baba is expecting from me, the perfect stage that I have to become, and how much time is left. Like Brahma Baba used to ask one Sandeshi to go into the subtle regions and look at the perfect angelic form of Brahma Baba, and then come back and say and tell Baba what is the difference between what I am now and my perfect stage. So when I know that the time is closing in, I will automatically intensify the efforts that I'm making. And I will not be lack anymore. Okay, हो जाएगा, कर लेंगे, आज नहीं है, ठीक है, कल कर लेंगे, परसों से कर लेंगे, next week से कर लेंगे, next month से कर लेंगे. So that procrastination will automatically go off. I think this is my interpretation.
Yeah, nice.
Anyone else?
I just wanted to share, sister,
Mm-hmm.
even in our workspace, no, we talk about time so significantly, and we say there are 4 parts of it. The first important, you do it, that means only you can do it. The second is you delegate it. The third is you delay it, and the fourth is you dump it. So for us, with Baba's teachings, with the time, you have to be in the first one, the do it, because there's nothing you can delegate, there's nothing you can delay, and there's nothing you can dump. So this is really time critical, and we are approaching the finishing line. Thank you, sister, for the wonderful explanation. Om Shanti.
One request I would like to make from some of the observations that when we share that this is the point in the Murli I want to elaborate or comment on or explain, rather than being conscious of who is conducting or who is reading. Like, for example, sometimes we might say, not intentionally, but unintentionally, this brother read this, that sister read that. But Baba is addressing to me. So Baba said this line, Baba said this point, Baba was saying this. So I have to be in the consciousness of Baba and not in the consciousness of who reads the book. Not just here in this group or in this session, even otherwise. If I'm at the center, if I'm in a class, someone is going to read the Murli, yes. But being conscious of who is reading the Murli is also a subtle level of body consciousness. Baba is addressing to me, whether it is Sakar Murli, whether it is Abhyak Murli. It is Baba who is speaking to me. So that is called as being soul conscious and God conscious. Does that help? I don't know if it's making any sense. Anyone else want to share anything, or should we move towards the closure?
Yes, Shivani, you can take the meditation now.
Okay, thank you. Om Shanti. So I will just give a few thoughts and suggestions, and we'll try to have the meditation in silence. Om Shanti. In 1 second, I stop the chatter of my mind and attach wings of zeal and enthusiasm to my angelic form, because I am an angel and I need to uplift myself from where I am. And fly out of this world to where Bap Dada is waiting for me in angelic form. And together, we look down upon this planet and spread out powerful vibrations of love, peace, happiness, and enthusiasm. An enthusiasm that a new world is about to dawn. Om Shanti. Thank you, Apurva Ben. And with that, we bring this month to a closure. And from tomorrow, we begin a new month and a new schedule on a very positive note.
Om Shanti.